Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another JesterCast. Today we have CSN Round 1 opening tournament. The CSN, of course, the Cyber Sports Network, they have having a tournament. There's $800 between the top 3 teams. Now, this is game number 2 of a Round 1 match between Baby Smashers and Universal Soldiers. Game 1 being taken by Baby Smashers with a great late game dominance by a combo of Swiftblade and Soul Stealer. Yes, that is correct. And that being all said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another JesterCast. Today we have the CSN opening tournament. These are a brand new league, the Cyber Sports Network. It's a round 1 game, but this is game number 2 between Baby Smasher and Universal Soldier. So game number 1 of this round 1, $800 is on the line for everyone down into the top 3. But game number 1 was taken by the Baby Smasher team with a great late game combo by Soul Stealer and Swift/Man, otherwise known as Swiftblades, being able to pick up basically 2 quick genocides at the end, pushing and ending the game. So right after that, these guys started up. So we've already had the bans come out. Kronos, Flint, Beastwood. This is patch 1.0.9 with that new sniper unit. And again, Pandemonium again. I guess they know something I don't. He has come up in the world, but this is the second ban in a row. They did ban Nymphora, I see, which is a good idea considering Nymphora totally wrecked them early to mid game. That dominant map control, just able to set up so many ganks. Soul Stealer was banned counter from that Universal Soldiers team because that Soul Stealer did a lot of damage that game, I would tell you that. And of course Fade is usually a top 1. I think she is indeed the most banned unit in the game because she is ridiculous. But we're not going to see here. Bans have already gone out. The picks are already going through. Engineer picked up for Universal Soldier, countered by a Forsaken Archer, a Glacius combo. The Forsaken Archer was indeed banned last game. Can't tell you why. As I said, maybe some people know what I do not. But Glacius, of course, that great support hero. Global mana regen, 2 slows, can't go wrong. He is now being joined by a Madman and an Andromeda, so they might be looking to set up another tri-lane, which wouldn't be very surprising considering Glacius and Andromeda are almost like the top 2 tri-laner support heroes to go with you. Be interesting to see if they go with a Forsaken Archer or a Madman, or maybe this last pick. We do not know. Universal Soldier has picked up a Valkyrie and a Witch Slayer, so a great semi-carry support. Witch Slayer last game for Universal Soldier, opting to stick with only Striders, a Bracelet of Strength, the name eludes me offhand, Fortified Bracelet I think, and just basically wards. It might have been very detrimental to his play, especially late game considering he only had said items, but they have picked him up yet again. So we'll have to see how that goes for him. Plague Rider coming into the mix. Oxygen Junkie. That's kind of an interesting name. But Plague Rider being picked up there could synergize very well with the Engineer ult, or even just the Witch Slayer Graveyard if, catch a good few people on there. Let's see what Jacob Pone wants to go. But as just a reminder, CSN Cyber Sports Network, they've just opened up their beta site last month, opening tournament, and I do believe it is 32 teams of pure fun. They're giving away money. You don't have to register. You don't have to pay to register, so there's no detrimental here, guys. So check these guys out. Devourer is the last pick up for that Legion team. Devourer, of course, with those tweaks, has become also a very nice pick for the competitive scene. He can now basically eat your face, get super really big, fat, waddles around, and is very hard to kill generally, and is kind of just annoying like that. So, who was the last pickup? Pebbles is the last pickup, going up to that ringer once again, Ohio, team captain, and he played the Soul Stealer last game. Pebbles, kind of the similar mindset. He's going to be that one-trick pony, going to be porting around, jumping, throwing people, throwing up that rocks, a few auto attacks. I mean, he has giant fists of rock, so yeah, it kind of hurts. So we're going to have to see how these guys go, but the ready team Team Legion has already readied up, just waiting on that Madman. He is so crazy, that Madman. They can't follow him to his grave. But the teams are now ready to go, and as the announcer says, let's get it on. and I'm going to sip my tea. Can't get enough of chai tea. It's good stuff. Alright, who's going to win the loading war? Looks like Madman. And who came last? Valkyrie. Yep, useless info, I know. So Engineer did get some tweaks this patch. His gun is now a targetable unit once again. Of course, it's going to kill itself by the time I get to target it. Grr. But and you can only get hit 3 times max by his gun pellets. So you can only be knocked back a little bit 3 times max. So they did have to kind of nerf him from his original tweak. It's unfortunate they can't quite seem to get him in the perfect place, but that being said, he's a great support hero now. Throw a sheep stick on him, infinite mana, and I mean you're done. He is just a great A pickup as it still stands. Looks like Pebbles is going to be heading mid, probably going to be countering either. Well, it has to be this Devourer now, since he's the only one left to go that mid route. And it does not look like there's going to be a tri-lane on the Hellborn side this round. Now, they didn't start off... Baby Smashers did start off with the tri-lane last round. They had the Swiftblade Andromeda Glacius combo, but Madman sitting up here nice and pretty by that rune to go with the Glacius. So they're going to try to stack the slows, so to speak, and see if they can land a kill on that. Pebbles going mid. Always good to see a Pebbles going mid. He is quite the dominant character with that auto attack, just able to dominate the last hits. And it looks like Madman Glacius is going to be running into this top trio: Plague Rider, Witch Slayer, Engineer. And oh, they're going to be caught from behind, so this could easily be a first blood. Up comes Devourer. He has a haste rune. This is definitely a double bloodlust. Got to get that Engineer, that turret just, you know, keeping him well within range. This Madman is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He is going to try to run away. What's Devourer going to do? He's going to find him, but juked out. But that haste is just going to ensure that, yeah, he's going down. I say that, but he does not go down. That last cloak coming up. But hey, 1 kill, 30 seconds into this game, nearly the second, forcing him back. Already used his potion, wasting gold. Yeah, the Universal Soldier coming off to a nice start off the bat. Does look like Valkyrie down south was taking a little bit of damage, but she is going up against Andromeda Forsaken Archer. Now that can definitely be a very deadly lane by itself. That Comet coming out, throw the Aurora, throw down the pin. Now, I don't believe a Valkyrie can jump out of a pin. I could be wrong, but yeah, we'll have to see how that matchup works out. Valkyrie, of course, if she can get that jump off as the Comet's coming at her, the Comet will follow her, but she should be safe from any kind of retribution actions from that Forsaken Archer. Let's just take a quick look mid. Devourer has now come mid, already has a kill under his belt, and that's going to be having to counter this Pebbles, played by Ohio, who is so far winning the lane, 5-4 creep score. But hey, it's anybody's business at this point. We do have the continued tri-lane up top. Witch Slayer, Plague Rider pulling creeps, but pulling creeps into, well, no creeps. But yeah, if you're going to keep a tri-lane up top, you have to land the kills to make it worth it. Else you're splitting too much early experience, which is needed for going around ganking, getting that level 6 race, you know, finished up, and etc. etc. Now, I really like how Valkyrie is going to be singling down south by herself. She'll be raking up all that experience, but with especially this combo down here, she is definitely going to have to play it safe, so to speak. Devourer in mid going up against Pebbles. Pebbles chucking him, and it looks like a counter kill. They killed each other. I suppose a hook went off at the very edge. Indeed, it does look like the Gutling hook did initiate, or well, I guess finish it off. So yeah, they killed each other. Fun times. Not quite too sure how you can end up doing that, but they did it. So 1 for 1. Now, who died first? It was Pebbles that died first, so I don't think he actually got any of the experience from the Devourer kill. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't have an experience bar, but you know, split second timing. Maybe the timing mechanisms aren't that precise here in Han, but they're both level 4. They're both doing well. We do have Andromeda cycling top going to be trying to go in on this Devourer, but Devourer might not see it in time. He did go down, but now he was able to retreat in time. This tri-lane up top still not able to really go in on the Madman or the Glacius, considering, well, they're tower hugging. Tower hugging is a great way to defeat the purpose of a tri-lane, because if they can't get kills, then again, you're just wasting time at this point. Now, the skeletons from Forsaken Archer down south can no longer hide inside, I do believe. So we are picking up a little bit of extra free farm for that Valkyrie, considering that she can just kill skeletons no problem. I do believe that was a reverted change. So, I don't know, much needed, maybe not. She was supposed to get apparently something to replace the split fire, which really doesn't come into effect until really late game, as well, it just reduces your damage too much. So, you know, it's only really good in farming situations and really built Forsaken Archer combos. So up top, a little bit of a dissipation. Does look like we have an invisible Witch Slayer coming down south, but the creep wave is just too pushed. Let's see what Devour can do here, but they also know that there's a Andromeda just waiting for him. That's a little too close. Andromeda coming up here with Pebbles, going in on this Devour, chucking him even, and now looks like Devour wants to try to deny himself. No, maybe not, just slowing them down. Going to be running around. Out comes the Witch Slayer. I don't know what that hook was supposed to be hitting Devour, but I can tell you it didn't hit anyone important, or, well, just anyone, period. So that was a little interesting. 2-1 now in the lead here for Universal Soldier, but we're not even 5 minutes into this game. So let's give it a little bit of time to, you know, man up, get those ganks going. I do like how they have now cycled from a tri-lane up top to a dual lane mid. So each melee character here now also has a babysitter, so to speak. Andromeda's supposed to be, you know, trying to pick up these kills with Pebbles, setting it up with the Comet, and we got the Witch Slayer to kind of counter that with the miniaturization and the Graveyard. So we'll have to see how all this works, and this leaves Valkyrie and Forsaken Archer to go mano a mano, or I suppose whatever the female version of mano a mano is. Wamano versus Wamano? Wamano on mano? Nah, it just doesn't sound good. And Forsaken Archer is like, you know, a skeleton lady, so whatever. But if you just watch Valkyrie down here, she's just demolishing those skeletons as they come around. Madman and Glacius both kind of doing alright up here. A good keg going on. That Glacius, I don't know what Glacius is doing, but he will not be dying. It does look like Plague Rider will go down to that Madman, though. And now back comes the Glacius, going to be trying to help out with this Engineer, but I don't think he's fast enough. Pebbles might be able to do something if he can chuck one of them. No, he's going to chuck a creep. But that might be enough as... Oh, look at that! The Madman getting hit to the side by that Engineer. Keg, really clutch play, and basically saved his life. Not sure he knew that Madman was there. Oh, he probably suspected, but... out goes this Andromeda Aurora, trying to get vision on this Devourer. No kill there, as he took the correct path to get away. But a Plague Rider for nothing brings us up to a 2-2 score. Down south, however, Witch Slayer going to be helping out Valkyrie, getting that last auto attack there on that Forsaken Archer. Valkyrie doing very well down south. Top experience and gold of the game. Top creeps as well. So lots and lots of yummy farm for her, and that kind of leaves the cycled Witch Slayer down south. He kind of needs to come back up top, IMO, because look at that Devour. Just, wow! Devour being able to bring that Andromeda into tower range. Tower just finishing it off for him. I kind of expected Devour to go down there, but Tower was able to finish off Andromeda before any real damage could be done from her. So that puts us now up at a 4-2 lead. 7 minutes in. As I said, this game will have to get going. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm really liking both the Pebbles play and the Devour play mid. It's not often you get to see two melee heroes go, I don't want to say mano a mano, because neither of them really men. Rock on flesh giant thingy. But yeah, two melee heroes mid is entertaining, because usually you would like to put your ranged carry mid simply because of the extra bonus of, well, being ranged, right? But no, both these teams throwing their two strongest into the mid. They're both doing very well. We're just going to wait out this pause a little bit. I hope it's not too long. And Galvia saying a little bit, you know, that's kind of referring to, you know, it's not a competitive game without a pause. And I guess Madman did